Or let's first talk about the Brooklyn Nets. You had to fire, unfortunately, Steve Nash
Right.
after a few games, 5, 6 games, whatever it was.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, Steve was a great player. He's a great guy, very selfless MVP,
Yes.
team guy. And
Hmm.
and all of a sudden, when he becomes a head coach, it doesn't roll for him. They were in amazing controversy, not because of him, just because, things Kyrie was doing, Ben Simmons not playing, KD demanding a trade in the offseason. Everything was broken. They
Right.
were the picture. They were the picture of dysfunction in the NBA. At one point, I remember Jason Williams saying, "This is the worst franchise in the history of the NBA," which is some statement. Now all
Wow.
of a sudden, they're the winningest team in the league. It's I've never seen a turnaround this fast, right? And so kudos to them. And I
Right.
think I noticed last night in their loss to the Bulls on the road was they kept competing even to the last seconds of the game. KD and Kyrie were competing. And that they didn't say like, we're down 10 with a minute to go and look over at Jock and say, take me out. They kept playing. And you know what? That shows me a lot. That shows me a lot that these guys are a pretty together group right now.
Yeah. Well, Coach. I think it was yesterday or the day before when we were talking. You said something, and you kind of reminded me of something, and I think you're absolutely right about the Brooklyn Nets. You said, remember when we used to? There was a kind of a understanding in the NBA or in the basketball world, in the basketball community, where you tried to play the game the right way. Right now, when I watch Brooklyn, they're trying to play the game the right way. They're making the good pass, to get the good shot for a great shot. They're trying on defense. They're hustling back in transition. They are doing all of the things and they're trying to do the things the right way. And I think they've been rewarded with, their record. I think it's
Mhm.
indicating because they're trying. When you watch Kevin Durant, and something I admire about Kevin Durant as a player, and I've been able to watch him. I remember watching him when he started playing on the AAU circuit. Kevin Durant is a willing passer when he gets double teamed. And I've always admired that about him. Like, everyone talks about his footwork and ability to score, and he can do all those things. But if you double team Kevin Durant, if you ever watch him, he will pass the ball out of the double team. And that's just like, he doesn't try to force it. He accepts that and he does it, and I think that starts with him. And watching Kyrie, we talk about his talent. They're all trying, and it's been a very difficult situation for them. However, when you see your guys giving you the effort that this team is giving, that's great to see. And you talk about the process. We always give guys credit for their records and at the end, but give those guys for having the perseverance to go through this process, because it's been a difficult road for those guys that's been in those Brooklyn Nets uniforms. Some of it's self-inflicted. However, now, give them credit where credit is due. This team is playing very well. And right now, with KD and Kyrie leading the charge, you never know how far this team can go.